Comments after comments after comments have come in, and they've asked, what's my thoughts on October 4th? Is it something we should be worried about? Why are so many people talking about it? So today we're going to dive in. Just a short video, just kind of telling you my thoughts. May mean nothing to you, could be just my opinion, but it's something that we need to think through and have some wisdom. This video starts right now.
If I will ever figure out where the road goes.
Hey guys, welcome to the Max. Thank you so much for being here today. If you're new to the channel, go in here, press subscribe, ring the bell, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. That's okay, but let us know what you think about this video. Also, we're going to be doing a giveaway, of course, so if you are subscribed, and give us a thumbs up and comment below, let us know that you subscribe from this channel and also the Max Life. You will be entered in a giveaway that we do each and every middle of the month. So it's coming up in just a few days, and we'll release the winner probably closer to next weekend. So now let's jump into the video. So October 4th. October 4th, what do you think about it? Something to worry about? Is it the big thing? Is it something big happening? Well, let's discuss it just a little bit. And then I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do personally. So this test has been done before. It's been done, I think, 2 or 3 times, even in the last administration. A few things that we need to think about when it comes to this one for October 4th. First and foremost, they said they can hit any phone, any TV, anything that's kind of considered a smart device, iPads and so forth. Doesn't matter what your settings are, doesn't matter if you accept Amber Alerts, doesn't matter if you accept emergency alerts, doesn't matter if your phone's on silent, doesn't matter. Now, just a few things. It shows that we're probably way too watched and this thing probably knows way too much about us. We all agree there. Our phones, our watches, our TVs, our refrigerators, anything that we consider smart TVs or smart anything, those conveniences are costing us, and they're really putting us in an algorithm that I don't know if we want to be in. I don't know if we can ever trust our leadership anymore, and I don't mean that in a disrespect way. I mean it in the way that I feel like everything they've done has really hurt our economy. Everything they've done has hurt the people of America and not been in support. I think all the stories that we hear, all these new indictments and all these new hearings, I think all of that's just to polarize us even more for them to get the votes. So it scares me anytime we hear that this is for our safety and just in case. One thing I think though is, like, if this was something that they've already used and this is a big deal, and it's supposed to be emergency practice for when something really happens, why didn't they do it during the Maui fires? Why have they not done it and used it for certain times in our past, in just the last few weeks, months, years that we've had here? Why have they not used this? If they have the capabilities to hit every phone across the United States, no matter where it's at, no matter if it's off, silent, no matter if it's got the alerts put on, if they can do that, why didn't they do it for the fires? Why have they not used this for good, for the actual emergency? We want to have these alerts. So the question then comes, what are they pinging our phones for? Why are we getting this trial basis? And here's what I've heard. Well, they may be doing it because of the mistakes they caused because of the Maui fire. Well, if we practiced it back, what, a year or 2 ago, and then all of a sudden it didn't work for the Maui fires, why all of a sudden are we practicing now? What if it doesn't work in 6 months when something bad happens? So here's what I'm doing. Now, I may be all wrong. I may have this all wrong. It may just be just a simple test. But to me, when they ping and they hit these phones, they know exactly what every location is, just like anybody does when they do retail marketing or information or your apps. All that's finding your location. We know that. We should be scared of that, and I don't think we are anymore, because we believe that our freedoms will never be taken away. But I think we better be careful there. What I'm going to do is we're going to slide ours in Faraday cages. It's going to happen from the hours of basically 12 to 3, based on what time zone you're in. You need to look it up. I think ours is in the 1 o'clock hour to the 2 o'clock hour. So if that's going to be the central time zone, basically for that hour, maybe even for that half day, we're just going to put our phones in Faraday cages and have them in an inconspicuous place. We're not going to be beside them. We don't have smart TVs. Our TVs have devices that make them where they can be programmed to make them smart. So those will be unplugged and put in Faraday cages too. Now, is that a little overreaction? It could be. But here's what I want to hit at. Every day could be that day. Every day could be a bad day. We just crossed over the September 11th memorial. Every day something bad can happen because we have weak leadership. Every day something can happen because we can't control weather. We know that. We saw the Moroccan earthquakes. We saw the fires. So yes, do we need some kind of safety protocol? Yes. However, now we can't, I feel like, can we trust any of this information? All we hear now, we have a new strain. All this stuff, I believe it's just thrown at you. And you know when they used to say, if you throw enough noodles on the wall, one of them will stick? That's kind of the same process. I think we're getting so much thrown at us as the American people that we should worry about this, we should fear this, we should do this, this is dangerous, these people are wanting to hurt us, Ukraine needs our money and we need to send our money. It's so much, and we're so inundated with information that I think sometimes we just go along with it because we're like, gosh, it's just too much to take in. We still have to go to a job, we still have to work, we have to pay our bills. And all the while, I think the more that we do on these devices, the more they know our locations, the more these apps know our locations, the more dangerous it is. The more you're telling your life. You become the new telehuman. You become a smart device that they can find the algorithm to. You just become programmable. You don't believe it? Think about it. Can you go a day without your phone? Could you go a day without any kind of technology? That day may come. So am I worried about personally October 4th? No, I'm going to have the Faraday cages and my phones will be in there. I'm really always conscientious and always cautious and try to gain wisdom from every day, because every day could be that day. Every day could be a bad day. Every day could be the true alert. We are literally, listen, just this week, we intercepted a ship that's going to China from Iran. We released money to Iran, like $6 billion of a frozen account we have. We have Russia meeting with North Korea, North Korea going into Russia, Russia and China having good relationships, Iran having good relationship with them. All of a sudden, Saudis are starting to have better relationships. India's having better relationships. We're aligning not only world powers, not only the ones who sell a lot of goods, not only the ones that have a lot of food, it's also the ones that have all the nuclear capabilities other than ourselves. What are we doing? So every new day could be an emergency. Every day could be bad. It may not be a FEMA alert, like just a check. It may be something real. So I would challenge you to prepare always. Learn to use Faraday cages. Honestly though, I think they know so much about you already. They know so much about me already. All because we program ourselves into our phones, into our laptops, into our computers, because we want those conveniences. We want those apps. And I think what we're doing is we're just exposing ourselves more and more and more to the powers that be. So it's not really October 4th I'm worried about. It's really every day that we live in a world that is so inundated with us being the new algorithm and us being watched in every situation. There's so many satellites running around the world. There's so many things that go on. You can go on Google Maps and see my house right now. That's a little creepy. And we just live with it because we like the conveniences of it. So all I'm saying is you better be prepared and make sure you're ready for any new real emergency that happens, because the Maui people, they didn't get their alerts. They didn't hear the sirens. Some of them weren't led the right ways. You can't always look for someone else to rescue you. Sometimes it's about yourself and taking care of your family and making sure you're ready. Because when it all comes down to it, I care about people, but I care about my wife and my kids a whole lot more. And that's just the honest truth. You would say the same thing about your family. So with that being said, emergencies come, but that doesn't mean help is always coming for you. Learn to prepare and take care of yourself. That's what I would say about October 4th. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Until the next one, God bless. Happy homesteading, y'all.